Welcome to our countdown of the top 10 highest-grossing movies of all time. From groundbreaking sci-fi epics to heart-pounding superhero showdowns, these cinematic giants have captivated audiences worldwide, raking in billions at the box office. In this video, we'll dive into the films that redefined blockbuster success, including iconic titles like Avatar and Titanic, exploring their global earnings, cultural impact, and what made them unforgettable. Buckle up for a thrilling ride through cinema history. Let's get started. At number 10, Jurassic World, released inventive spark of the original, but remains a solid popcorn flick. At number 9, Inside Out 2, released in 2024, is a vibrant sequel to Pixar's 2015 hit, diving back into Riley's mind as she navigates her teenage years with new emotions like anxiety and envy, joining the original crew. Starring Amy Poehler and Maya Hawke, the film runs for 1 hour 36 minutes and grossed over $1.69 billion globally, making it one of Pixar's biggest hits. It earned an 8.0 out of 10 rating on IMDb and a 91% critic score with a 95% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Bursting with heart, humor, and inventive storytelling, it's a worthy follow-up that resonates with both kids and adults. At number 8, Spider-Man: No Way Home, released in 2021. Is a thrilling Marvel Cinematic Universe entry where Peter Parker grapples with his identity being exposed, leading him to seek Doctor Strange's help, which unleashes a multiverse of chaos. The film runs for 2 hours, 28 minutes, and grossed over $1.92 billion globally, making it one of the highest-grossing films ever. It earned an 8.2 out of 10 rating on IMDb and a 93% critic score with a 98% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Packed with emotional depth, nostalgic cameos, and spectacular action, it's a crowd-pleasing superhero epic that balances heart and spectacle. At number 7, Avengers: Infinity War, released in 2018, is a massive Marvel Cinematic Universe epic where the Avengers unite to stop Thanos from collecting the Infinity Stones to eradicate half of all life. The film runs for 2 hours, 29 minutes and grossed over $2.05 billion globally, one of Marvel's top earners. It earned an 8.4 out of 10 rating on IMDb and an 85% critic score with a 91% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Packed with intense action, high emotional stakes, and daring narrative choices, it's a gripping superhero crossover that redefined the genre. At number 6, Star Wars Episode 7: The Force Awakens, released in 2015, is a thrilling continuation of the Star Wars saga, set 30 years after Return of the Jedi, where a new generation joins the fight against the rising First Order. The film runs for 2 hours and 18 minutes and grossed over $2.07 billion globally, making it one of the highest-grossing films ever. It earned a 7.8 out of 10 rating on IMDb and an 88% critic score with an 85% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. With its blend of nostalgic callbacks, fresh characters, and epic action, it's a crowd-pleasing revival that rekindled the franchise's magic. At number 5, Ne-Zha 2, released on January 29, 2025, is a Chinese animated fantasy adventure sequel to 2019's Ne-Zha, following Ne-Zha and Ao Bing as they face trials to restore their mortal bodies, using the 7-colored precious lotus after surviving heavenly lightning as spirits. The film runs for 2 hours, 23 minutes and grossed over $2.2 billion globally, becoming the highest-grossing animated film ever. It earned an 8.010 rating on IMDb and a 91% critic score with a 95% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. At number 4, Titanic, released in 1997, is a sweeping romantic epic and disaster film set aboard the ill-fated RMS Titanic, weaving a love story between two passengers from different social classes against the backdrop of the ship's tragic sinking. The film runs for 3 hours, 14 minutes and grossed over $2.26 billion globally, one of the highest-grossing films of all time. It earned an 8.0 out of 10 rating on IMDb and an 89% critic score with a 69% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. With its breathtaking visuals, emotional depth, and historical resonance, it's a timeless cinematic milestone that captivates across generations. At number 3, Avatar: The Way of Water, released in 2022, is a visually stunning sequel to 2009's Avatar, following Jake Sully and his family as they seek refuge with a marine Na'vi clan on Pandora while facing human invaders and environmental challenges. The film runs for 3 hours and 12 minutes and grossed over $2.32 billion globally, making it one of the highest-grossing films ever. It earned a 7.6 out of 10 rating on IMDb and a 76% critic score with a 92% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. With its groundbreaking visuals, immersive world building, and emotional family narrative, it's a breathtaking spectacle that pushes cinematic boundaries. At number 2, Avengers: Endgame, released in 2019, is the monumental finale of the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Infinity Saga, where the remaining Avengers rally to reverse Thanos' catastrophic snap and save the universe. Running for 3 hours, 1 minute, it grossed over $2.8 billion globally, ranking among the highest-grossing films ever. It holds an 8.4 out of 10 rating on IMDb and a 94% critic score with a 90% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. Blending intense action, heartfelt moments, and a satisfying conclusion, it's a landmark superhero film that captivates with its scale and emotional weight. At number 1 is Avatar, released in 2009. Is a groundbreaking sci-fi epic set on the lush alien world of Pandora, where a human marine tasked with infiltrating the Na'vi people grapples with loyalty and survival amid a conflict over resources. The film runs for 2 hours, 42 minutes and grossed over $2.92 billion globally, making it one of the highest-grossing films of all time. It earned a 7.9 out of 10 rating on IMDb and an 82% critic score with an 82% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. With its revolutionary visuals, immersive world, and environmental themes, it's a cinematic milestone that redefined blockbuster filmmaking. Thanks for sticking around till the end. If you enjoyed this, hit that subscribe button and I'll catch you in the next video.